Hi guys, today I'm going to talk to you about how to use context clues to figure out what a new vocabulary word is. So the standard that we'll be working on today is determine the meaning of general academic and domain-specific words or phrases in a text relevant to a grade 4 topic or subject area. That's just a fancy way of saying we're going to use some sort of skill, context clues that we'll be learning today to figure out what a new vocabulary word might mean. Okay? So let's get started. I have a whole list of vocabulary words for you. There are 6 of them: adorned, murmur, disheveled, perspiration, railed, and cancellation. So let's get started. When you're reading a story, sometimes you might see a word that you don't know, and that's okay. That happens to everyone. But how can you figure out what it means without having to search on Google or use a dictionary or even ask somebody? You can use context clues. You can look around at the words and the sentences that are nearby the word that you don't understand and figure out what it means. So let's try to do that today. Here's my first sentence. The girls adorned their hair with flowers and ribbons. So our word is adorned. So listen to that sentence one more time. The girls adorned their hair with flowers and ribbons. What do you think adorn might mean? If you look closely at that sentence, the 2 key words that you can use to help figure it out are flowers and ribbons. Those are your clues. You can guess that the girls put those flowers and ribbons in their hair for some reason to decorate themselves so they could appear how they needed to look for whatever occasion that they were participating in. So it might mean to decorate. It also means to make themselves more beautiful. So that is how we're using the words in the sentence to come up with what adorned means. Let's try the next word. Murmur. Okay, the word is murmur. Here's my sentence. The murmur of the stream could barely be heard. Okay, the murmur of the stream could barely be heard. When you listen to that sentence, you hear a key word, heard, in the sentence, and that helps you think about how the word murmur might be related to sound. Okay, so in this sentence, it's the sound that the stream is making. A stream is always moving, and it's probably making a constant and steady sound. But in this case, it's also making a very soft sound because, as you heard in the sentence where it says, the murmur of the stream could barely be heard, that means it's really quiet. Okay, let's go to our next word. Disheveled. Have you ever heard that word before? Disheveled? Let's learn about it. Here's my sentence. His disheveled hair looked as if a bird had tried to make a nest in it. What do you think his hair might look like? His disheveled hair looked as if a bird had tried to make a nest in it. If you think about it just a little bit with the clues in the sentence, a nest that a bird would be in is usually something that looks a little messy. So we can probably discern that his hair is very messy. It's disheveled. Okay, let's go to the next word. Perspiration. There was perspiration or sweat dripping from his hot face. In this case, the sentence actually tells us what perspiration is. It uses punctuation right after the word with a clue in between to tell us exactly what it means. So listen again and I'll say the punctuation that's in the sentence. there was perspiration, comma, or sweat, comma, dripping from his hot face. So in this situation, the word sweat is another word for perspiration. Let's go to the next word. Railed. Railed. You won't get away with this, the angry man railed at the children. Okay, so if you think about that sentence, the angry man, what does anger usually sound like? Sometimes it sounds really loud, like screaming or yelling, a lot of frustration, right? So if he says, you won't get away with this, the angry man railed at the children, we can probably assume that the word railed means yelled in some fashion. Okay, let's go to the next word. Cancellation. Okay, we were upset by the cancellation of the game. It was the last game of the season. We wouldn't get another chance to play. Why did it have to rain? So in this case, the sentence does not exactly tell us what cancellation means. The sentences around it do. So paying very close attention to the clues that surround your word is really important. In this case, the third sentence, which reads, we wouldn't get another chance to play, helps you know that cancellation might mean it just doesn't happen. So the cancellation of the game means they didn't have the game. So this is just another little way for you to learn about context clues. I have for you, and your other teachers do in your Google Classroom, a couple really cool worksheets for you to work on digitally that you will be able to show us that you can use context clues successfully to figure out what words mean. If you have any questions, make sure you talk to your teacher, and we'll be so happy to help you. So good luck and get back to work. Thank you.